We are on the campus of Istrouma High School in Baton Rouge. Welcome everybody to the REV High School Game of the Week. Tonight, the Istrouma Indians play host to the LB Landry Buccaneers from the West Bank of New Orleans. It's Friday night in Louisiana, the REV High School Game of the Week, presented tonight by Custom Touch Homes of Louisiana. Welcome to the press box with Rob Mushmag, Dennis McCain. Rob, two good football teams that really go at each other hard.
Yeah, they do. I mean, and it's a kind of a two teams that don't see a lot of each other, but the Landry out of New Orleans and Istrouma out of the Baton Rouge area, but a kind of a cross-sectional matchup tonight. Should be a good game. I'm looking forward to calling this one, and there's going to be a lot of talent on the field.
Well, LB Landry, of course, on the West Bank, the first high school ever in the state of Louisiana to be named after an African-American.
Yep, that would be Mr. Lord Beaconsfield.
And it's our pleasure to have the game on tonight, and when we come back, we'll talk about players from both teams, Istrouma and LB Landry, when we come back on the REV High School Game of the Week.
Welcome to REV, delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. All backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
Welcome to Bollinger Shipyards. For nearly a century, our family of skilled shipbuilders has driven innovation and excellence, creating some of the world's most advanced vessels. Today, we are at the forefront of our industry and redefining the future of naval warfare. At Bollinger, we turn challenges into opportunities and careers into legacies. Here, you're part of something bigger. Any yard can build a ship. We don't just build ships. Together, we're building the future.
Chris's Specialty Foods has you covered for tailgating this season. We do all the prep work so you can spend time enjoying your family and friends. Steaks, burgers, sausage, chicken, wild game, and many other great pork options. Our central location is now open on Wax Road behind the Walmart. And the new Highland location serves hot lunches and has a meeting space for your work team. New Orleans and Millerville are rocking as well. It's fast, affordable, and delicious. It's Chris's Specialty Foods.
Everybody loves Chris's.
Welcome back to the REV High School Game of the Week. We are on the campus of Istrouma High School, historical Istrouma High School in Baton Rouge. Tonight, LB Landry against the Indians, and we have a defensive player from LB Landry that's a pretty good one.
Well, he is. He needs to step up. The whole defense needs to step up. They're giving up 29 points a game, and that's why they're in the hole that they're in. Won their opener, but they've dropped 3 straight and given up 29 points a game. They're going to have to suck that up tonight. And, of course, Chris Griffin, their 2-time all-district safety. Last year, Dennis, listen to this. He had 9 interceptions. That's impressive.
Very.
He ran 4 of them back for touchdowns.
That's when they liked it when they used to pitch the ball to McKnight at John Kirk.
Exactly.
They didn't give it to him 4 times, but he scored 3 times.
But he'll go both ways, too. He had almost 500 yards receiving last year for Landry.
Right. And on the other side for the Istrouma High School Indians, they have a couple of running backs that can carry the mail.
Well, Carmelo Degg, 80 rushing yards last week and a couple of touchdowns, and also Marcus Williams, 79 yards on only 6 carries, Dennis. Do the math. I mean, the yards per carry he was averaging, but and he had a touchdown last week. So Istrouma looked to put it on the ground, see if they can test the run defense of LB Landry. And LB Landry just going to have to get some offense, because if they're going to give up 29 points a game, they're going to have to score at least 30. So we'll see what they.
We're just about set to go. Let's take a break, and then we'll be back with the opening kickoff on the REV High School Game of the Week with Rob Mushmack, Dennis McCain on a Friday night in Louisiana. Still got a minute on the clock. Welcome back, everybody. And the kickoff is set to go. Knox has the ball teed up. And we're ready to play football at Istrouma.
Rakeem Scott deep for LB Landry as they reset the game clock. And we're about ready to go on a Friday night, as Dennis McCain would say, in South Louisiana.
Let's get it on, and Istruma's ready to kick it off, and then their pink jerseys tonight. Of course, here's the kickoff by Knox.
It's going to be Scott at about the 7.
Scott has the ball, but the Indians are swarming on him, and look at them gang tackle. So Landry will have the ball to start the game tonight. LB Landry, the Buccaneers, playing off of the West Bank in New Orleans, and they have Davis in the game. They'll rotate a couple of quarterbacks in throughout tonight. But right now they're going to have Davis at quarterback as he waits for the snap, has a running back with him, and a bad snap. Davis is going to keep the ball, and he's hit in the backfield and dropped for a loss on first down.
Well, the bad snap just kind of threw the timing off on that play, and Istrouma was just all over it, smothered him back at about the 7-yard line, so that's going to be a loss of about 8 yards.
Big loss on first down. Not the way you want to start it if you're Landry. So Davis this time will also take the direct snap, and he has wide receivers to the right and to the left, and Davis wants to throw it, and he throws it out there and gets it complete for about 3 yards on the play.
Jacquez Hayes, the fine Southmore receiver. I checked that Braylon Richard. Braylon Richard on the reception. Also a sophomore.
Third down for Landry. Third down and long. Buccaneers. Davis rolls it to the right. He looks downfield and he lofts it up way down the field. The ball is tipped away by the Indians.
Pretty good coverage that time by Istrouma. They had 3 guys deep. Vincent Davis was back there, as well as Isaac Jackson. So LB Landry will have to punt it as they pick up a -5 yards on that possession. Malik Barthélemy to punt it away for Landry.
Here's a snap, and the punt is away.
Pretty good kick.
It'll hit down, and Landry will cover it, and that's where the Indians will go to work on the REV High School Game of the Week. The Indians, for the first time, will have the football. So they'll rotate a couple of men in at quarterback also.
Elijah Parker Going to take the first snap for Istrouma.
Parker's a tough young man. He's waiting for the snap. The Indians, once again, in their pink jerseys. And the handoff is going to be over there to Davis.
Actually, that's Carmelo Daig. Daig with the handoff.
So a nice gain on first down for the Indians.
Got about 7. Daig going to rotate out. More than likely, they'll be bringing in Marcus Williams, 26.
That's who's in there.
And also Eric Knox, 21, in the backfield with quarterback Elijah Parker.
So Parker is waiting for the snap. He'll take the ball and hand it straight ahead, and it opens up on the inside. And a nice run in there by Williams. And he has a first down for the Indians. So that offensive line for Istrouma really firing away right now.
Williams will stay in the backfield.
And Jackson will get the direct snap again. The Indians this time want to throw the ball, and they'll flip it out to the left side. And it's complete out there on first down, and a nice gain for the Indians.
Yeah, Frank Alexander on the catch for Istrouma.
Second down, 6 to go for the Indians.
Look at that beautiful sunset in the red stick.
Isaac Jackson this time has a couple of running backs with him in the backfield. A couple of choices.
That's Williams and Daig and Knox.
And Knox is going to get about 3 yards, maybe 4 on the play. Third down, 2 yards to go. The Indians with a good-looking drive as they are just picking up yardage, 3 or 4 yards on the play. They only need 2 for a first down. They're driving on LB Landry. Fumble in the backfield, just as I say, they have a good drive going.
Landry got it.
And there's a pile up, and the Buccaneers recover.
Big turnover as the LB Landry defense steps up and makes a play. Looked like he may have bobbled the snap, Dennis, prior to the handoff, and Landry will take the football over. And Davis will be back as the signal caller.
So that's a big turnover. Istrouma had a great drive going. Stopped by the turnover. Let's see what Davis does right here. He hands it off, and the ball's on the ground again. And Istrouma says they have it. The officials are coming in, but I think they're going to leave it with the Buccaneers.
Yeah, it looked like Jaden Eubanks, the running back, got back on top of it for the Buccaneers, and they'll play a second down and nearly 12.
So Davis gives it to Eubanks again.
Faked it that time to Eubanks and went to
nothing there.
Yeah, went to Raheem Scott. Scott picked up the 2 yards they lost, so third down and 10.
Third down, 10 to go for Walker as they play the football for the second time.
You mean Landry?
For Landry. LB Landry with the football, and a completed incomplete pass now as they throw it out to the right side.
Jacquez Hayes just couldn't hold on to it, so it's going to be 4th and 10. Landry will have to punt it away again for a second time.
So LB Landry will punt it away to the Istrouma Indians. Good stop by the Indians. And they should get pretty good field position. Number 14 is Bartholomew. As he gets ready to kick it away, puts a foot into it. The ball bounces in good coverage by Landry, and they'll kill it. And that right there at the 41 is where Istrouma will get the football on the REV High School Game of the Week. Let's break it on a Louisiana Friday night.
Did you or a loved one have a game or event on BSN that you would like to keep forever?
Three-pointer, it's good!
Well, now you can. BSN is now offering past games and events available to purchase on specially packaged thumb drives. For $29.99 and $7 for shipping, we'll send that special keepsake on a thumb drive with the game matchup graphic and info labeled right on the box. Go to Varsity Sports now, click on the Purchased Games tab, and fill out the information for the cherished memories of a lifetime.
Back to play very quickly as Istrouma hands the ball in the middle. Couple of yards on first down. These two teams are ready to play, and they're ready to start the game back after a timeout. The Indians have it. They play at second down. Second down, and we'll call it 7 for the Indians. Hand off to the left side and breaking a tackle. Picking up a couple of yards on the play.
Williams.
Is their good running back Williams. Marcus Williams wears number 26. So now the Indians will face a third down and about 7 yards to go. Hand it off. A gain of just about 3, and that's going to set up a 4th down situation. 4th down and about 4 to go for the Indians. So what do you do here?
Well, I don't see a punter. Looks like they're going to either try and draw them off sides or it's 4-down territory.
Well, Parker is the quarterback still for the Indians. He has good size, Rob, as you look at him at quarterback. And they need 4 yards here. So will Landry get the ball in good field position, or will the Indians keep the drive going? Well, we'll have to go to break and then find out, because the Indians have called timeout on the REV High School Game of the Week.
While we've got a chance, the REV Game of the Week would like to thank these sponsors. Tony's Seafood on Plank Road, the Pizzolata family. Boy, Dennis, they do it right there. They sent us over the boudin balls today for pregame, and my, oh my, Tony's Seafood on Plank Road in Baton Rouge, a staple for all of your tailgating needs. And Roadrunner Towing, Miss Judy Smart and Mr. Paul Lowe. You don't think about needing a tow, but when you do, go with the best. And Custom Touch Homes on Airline Highway in Gonzales across from Urso Funeral Home is your Restore Louisiana modular home superstore. Stop in, see Kevin Ashe, 9 to 5, Monday through Friday at 13548 Airline Highway.
Here comes your big 4th down play for the Indians.
They're going to punt it.
And they're going to punt it away. Probably a good move.
But a good part of the field where you might see it snap to one of those upbacks.
See what they do. Well, there's the snap, and the kick is away by the Indians. And it hits a Landry player, but he jumps on it, and so the Buccaneers will keep the football.
Looked like it might have hit an Istrouma player first in the back and kind of ricocheted.
And if that happened, it's dead at that point.
Yeah, that's Xavier Goza, 32. I think it hit him in the back and then ricocheted into the Landry return specialist. And, yeah, Landry going to keep the football on a 1st and 10. And Landry on 2 punts, Dennis, has picked up about 17 yards in field position.
So the Buccaneers had the ball back. We played the whole football game pretty much between midfield and the Landry 20-yard line. Davis is wanting to throw, and he throws the ball. It's incomplete and almost picked off that time.
Vincent Davis, the first to arrive for Istrouma.
And they were trying to get it look like to Williams, number 8. That'll set up a 2nd down and 10 to go for Landry.
We're very close to the first down sticks.
Nice gain on 1st down, and that one it will move the sticks. 1st down for Landry. The Buccaneers pick up their first down.
Got it out there to Alexander for 11.
Davis waiting for the snap, and he will hand it off, and he gives it to Eubanks.
And that's going to be 15 for the horse collar. Added on to the end of the run.
We're waiting for the sign from the official.
They get him for the face. They could have got him for either one. Could have got him for the face mask or for the horse collar.
Well, you saw it, Rob, and they're going to give him 15, and that'll give Landry a 1st down and give him great field position. So they have crossed midfield for the first time, and they have it at the 46-yard line of the Istrouma Indians. Tonight in their pink shirts, of course, recognition of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Handoff to Eubanks. Eubanks puts his head down and he plows ahead.
Got about a yard.
So that'll set up a 2nd down and 9 to go for Landry. 3 wide receivers on the near side here. They have a wide receiver to the right. Davis on 2nd down and 9 for Landry. High snap over Davis's head. He retrieves the ball, gathers it in, and throws it too high and incomplete.
Yeah, nearly got it to Braylon Richard. Richard was open, but personal foul. We're going to have roughing the passer on Istrouma. Oh, my, that's going to be 15 more.
That's 2 big penalties against the Indians. So the officials have marked off 30 yards on Istrouma. And Landry has great field position now after the 15-yard penalty.
Yep, 1st and 10 at the Istrouma 30.
So Davis is waiting for the snap. Let's see what the Buccaneers do right here. The Buccaneers, another high snap, and they hand it in there. They keep dealing to Eubanks. He gets a couple, but that's it.
Officially, I'll give him about 1.5 yards. 2nd down, about 8.5. Really having some issues with the shotgun snap.
Buccaneers tonight in their gold pants and blue jerseys and blue headgear. And as I mentioned, the Indians tonight in their pink jerseys. So they'll play it second down. And we'll call it 9 to go for Davis. He wants to throw it. And he does.
Alexander again.
And he completes it to Alexander. And that is a Landry first down. And the Buccaneers are on the move. They benefited from those 2 big penalties. But they've got something going here. Davis hands the ball off, and it's opening up out there on the right side. And a nice gain
Touchdown.
on first down and all the way to the goal line. And Landry has the ball on pay dirt.
Didn't look like he had gotten in initially, Dennis, but when he fell across and broke the plane. David Williams and Landry strikes first here at the reservation.
So the extra point is still to come.
Bartholomew going to be sharp with that offering, and it'll be 6-0 LB Landry.
But Landry gets on the board. You're watching the Rev High School Game of the Week on a Louisiana Friday night from Istrouma High School.
Did you or a loved one have a game or event on BSN that you would like to keep forever?
Three-pointer, it's good!
Well, now you can. VSN is now offering past games and events available to purchase on specially packaged thumb drives. For $29.99 and $7 for shipping, we'll send that special keepsake on a thumb drive with the game matchup graphic and info labeled right on the box. Go to Varsity Sports now, click on the Purchased Games tab, and fill out the information for the cherished memories of a lifetime.
So David Williams puts it in the end zone for LB Landry. And the Buccaneers have opened up a 6-0 lead on the Istrouma Indians, a game that was pretty much in Istruma's favor yardage-wise before that drive, but 2 15-yard penalties, the key to the touchdown drive. And the Buccaneers have a 6-0 lead.
Bartholomew to kick it.
So the Indians will take the kickoff and fight back with it.
Isaac Jackson on the return for Istrouma, and they'll bring it out to near the 40-yard line. Another look there at Jackson. Kept those feet moving north and south and got it out to the 38-yard line.
Let's see what Istrouma, let's see if they can answer the touchdown by Landry. As Parker will have a couple of teammates in the backfield with him on first down for the Indians. He wants to throw it, fires the ball, and he gets it complete out there.
Carmelo Daig
On a first down throw to Daig. Well, we heard a lot about Daig as a running back, but he also is a receiver, and that time he pulled it in. First down Indians. As Istrouma tries to answer the drive by Landry. Ball on the ground. Parker, well, he just had to jump on it.
Both teams really having issues with the deep snaps out of the shotgun. Both teams have coughed it up a couple of times. Fortunate to fall back on it.
Well, that was a
Parker.
huge loss of 10 yards, setting up a second down. Very long to go for the Indians. Hand it off to the left side, and look at the Buccaneers swarm on that.
Yeah, just nowhere for Williams to go. He didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. He's going to lose about 2. Third down now and about 22 yards for Istrouma. So the last couple of series, Dennis, the Landry defense has woken up. A lot of blue jerseys around the football.
Let's see what the Indians do here. They'll have to loft it up pretty long to try to get the first down on third down. Third, and we'll call it 22. So Parker puts wide receivers to the left and right. He has a running back in the backfield with him, but he's going to want to throw this one. And he fires it down the sideline, but overthrew his intended receiver. Tried to get it to Davis, but he threw it too high.
So definitely a punting situation for the Indians. As this game's kind of done a role reversal. It was L.B. Landry in the first couple of series losing all the yards and having to punt it away. Now the last couple of series it's been Istrouma that's lost the yardage and having to punt it away.
Yeah, you had the feeling Istrouma was controlling the ball game to start with. I mentioned that they were playing between midfield and the Landry 20, but now Istrouma will punt it. So Landry will go back on the offense.
Kind of a risky play that time by Jaquez Hayes as he ran up and grabbed the football, but he did save his team probably about 10 yards.
Yeah, good job coming up and grabbing the ball, so Landry has it. And they have good field position, and they have a 6-0 lead as they play the ball. So the officials have walked up the field with it.
Not sure what they call, but they're sending both teams to the respective benches, and it looks like that's going to be another penalty on Istrouma.
And that's what hurt him the last time Landry had the ball. Looks like they're going to get another one.
They'll play a 1st and 10 from their own 37. And then they'll walk it off.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where he originally went down before the penalty, but now the penalty will move it up the field for the Buccaneers. Davis, once again, is the quarterback for Landry. Warren Davis has a man in the backfield with him, and he has wide receivers to this side, 3 of them, and 1 to the left. He'll take it and he'll hand it off right up the middle, and it opens up straight up the middle for Eubanks.
Yeah, just wasn't even touched till he got into the secondary, and a nice gain on first down. As a matter of fact, a huge gain on first down as they move it into Istrouma territory at the 39-yard line.
Eubanks slashes up the middle, first down, Landry. You got a feeling that Eubanks could get a hot hand. Let's see what the Buccaneers do right here. They'll give it back to Eubanks. He's fighting with it, but the Indians grab him, and they pull him down for a gain of about 1.
Big guy, Jordan Otis. The first Indian on the stop, big 54. Gain of a yard.
Second down, 9 to go. For Landry. as they play it at the 38-yard line of Istrouma.
That's going to be Alexander again. And he's just finding places in the middle of the field and squatting, and Davis is finding him, and they're picking up big chunks.
Pretty good coverage, as you mentioned, by Istrouma, but a good throw that time by Davis.
That's going to do it for the first quarter.
And Landry's on the move again on the Rev High School game of the week. We're coming back to Istrouma.
"90 years. It's not just a number. It's decades of dedication to great service. The local team at REV has been serving Louisiana families and businesses for generations. Our people have the experience to deliver a superior network, which gives you the speed and reliability to live your best life and get more done at work. We're here for your home and your business. You can count on REV. 90 years of building connections."
You're passionate about the game. Thibodaux Regional Sports Medicine Center is passionate about your safety through education, conditioning, and injury prevention strategies. Our team of sports medicine trained experts is dedicated to help keep you safe. But if an injury does occur, we have the expertise to help you get safely back to the game. So whether you play competitively or just enjoy a friendly game, Thibodaux Regional Sports Medicine Center is here to help keep you safe.
Welcome back to the Rev High School game of the week, presented by Custom Touch Homes of Louisiana. Landry leading 6-0. And they're driving on the Indians. First down on the 22. Davis has Eubanks in the backfield with him. He has a wide receiver to the right and two wide receivers out there and a couple to the left. He'll give it out there, and this time a nice gain as they get into the game. Another running back, and they give it to Williams that time.
No, Dennis, that's zero. That's Kerry Hogan. Yeah, that he may not be on your roster, but zero is Hogan.
And so they work Hogan into the game. A good run, but it looks like they're bringing this one back.
Yeah.
So Landry guilty of a hold on the play. So they'll bring it back. They'll get the down over. It was penalized from the point of the infraction. So still just a little over 10 to go. The handoff in there for no gain. The Indians do a good job of stacking that one up. Gave it to Hogan again. So that'll set up a second down and long to go for Landry. Landry moving a couple of different running backs into the game. Davis wants to throw it, and he does throw it, and he completes it out there on the right side. Looked like he got it to Davis. So that'll make it third down and very long for Landry. That penalty actually did back them up from the line of scrimmage. So it's third down and about 16 to go.
Yeah, see if they don't try and get about half of this, Dennis, and leave the offense on the field on fourth down.
3rd and 16 to go for Landry. Davis wants to throw it. He fires the football, throws it long to the goal line.
Broken up. Daig, the defender for Check that. That's Travion Davis. That 8 and that 0 look a lot alike, doesn't
They really do. I tell you what, though, Davis gave his receiver a chance. Put him out there.
So they're going to leave the offense out there. I figured they would, but a lot of times you see teams try and get about half of it back and then make it more negotiable on 4th down. But here they're faced with a 4th and 16.
Well, they still have Hogan in the backfield. Davis wants to throw it. Davis is throwing it long and incomplete. So the Indians shut down that drive, and they needed to. So the ball goes over to Istrouma on the REV High School Game of the Week.
Did you or a loved one have a game or event on BSN that you would like to keep forever?
Three-pointer, it's good!
Well, now you can. VSN is now offering past games and events available to purchase on specially packaged thumb drives. For $29.99 and $7 for shipping, we'll send that special keepsake on a thumb drive with the game matchup graphic and info labeled right on the box. Go to Varsity Sports now, click on the Purchased Games tab, and fill out the information for the cherished memories of a lifetime.
The Indians have the ball back. Elijah Parker is calling his cadence and handing off on the left side for a good gain on 1st down of about 4 yards.
That's going to be Daig. Got about 6.
Yeah, he got about 5.5 or 6. So that's going to set up a 2nd down, and we're going to call it 4 to go for the Indians. Here's the snap, and the Indians want to throw. They haven't done that a lot tonight, and it's incomplete.
They're going to throw a flag as Davis couldn't come up with it, but defensive pass interference going to be called, and it looks like they're going to get Joel Willis.
Well, Davis was diving for the football as you look at it right there, but they say that he was hit just a little bit before the ball got there.
Either Willis or Wilford Woods were both on the coverage.
Well, that will give the Indians a 1st down after the 15-yard penalty. Landry benefited from flags on Istrouma earlier. Let's see if the Indians can get something going after that penalty on Landry, as they call 15 yards for pass interference. Parker the ball's on the ground, but picked up, and a very nice gain.
That's Knox.
As Knox takes the football and moves it down the field for the Indians.
Yeah, Knox initially picked up the fumble and just got a head of steam going and picked up another 1st down at the 34-yard line of the Buccaneers, and Istrouma with signs of life here nearly 4 minutes in to the 2nd quarter.
1st down for the Indians. They're driving and trying to tie the game, but throw it out to the left side, catch it.
To a little bubble screen that time to Jackson, and L.B. Landry was all over it.
Nowhere for Jackson to go. That'll cost them a couple of yards. We'll set up 2nd down and 12 for Landry. We have a player down, and we'll step aside on the REV High School Game of the Week. Welcome back to Istrouma High School. We're glad that all of you have joined us for football Louisiana style tonight at Istrouma High School, historical Istrouma High School. And this is going back a long ways, but in the 50s into the 60s, they won 7 out of 8 state championships in the highest class of the state. And this is where Billy Cannon played. All-American from LSU, from Istrouma, and also people like Mooney Winston and George Rice. The Indians hand it off, and they give it in there that time to Williams.
Outstanding defensive play that time coming up out of the secondary. King Willis with the stop.
Well, that'll set up a third down. Third down and 12 to go for Istrouma. Native American for Red Stick.
Which is French for
Baton Rouge.
We're getting good. You can say I have multilingual.
You can say that, among other things. Iberville, of course, saw the Red Stick in Baton Rouge and called it Baton Rouge. And the Indians are throwing the ball way down the field, but that one just a little wide and out of bounds. Now it's going to be 4th down and 12 for the Indians. And you would think they would stay on the field right here. Or will they? Big play in the game. It's a 4th down. Will the Indians pick up the first, or will Landry get great field position? A wide receiver to the right, couple of wide receivers out there, a man in the slot, and a wide receiver to the left. And Parker is waiting for the snap. He wants to throw it. He's being rushed. The Buccaneers are after him, and his pass is short and incomplete. And Landry will take the football over.
Good pressure that time by the front, the defensive front of Landry. Forced Parker out of the pocket, and pass came up short. Was trying to get it to one of his fine wide receivers, Vincent Davis.
Landry with the football, and they get good field position. Davis is handing off, and it's opening up in the middle, and a nice charge with the football by Eubanks as he just scampers with it for a Landry first down, and he moves it into Istrouma territory.
Some big holes the last few drives for Eubanks, and he's capitalizing.
I got the feeling early that they would deal it to him a little bit. This time, though, they'll just flip it out to the right side for 10 yards, for 11 yards, and another Landry first down.
Rakeem Scott. The wide receiver picked up about 12 or 13, and
Davis to Eubanks as he knifes through the middle. And he got about 4 yards on first down. So that offensive line doing a good job now for Landry. Second down, 6 to go for the Buccaneers in their blue shirts tonight with their gold breeches. Eubanks, no, nothing there. The Indians hit him. And they shut it down right in the middle of the field for a gain of about 1.
Ahmad Bowie, the first Indian there. Third down now and about 7, 6.5, 7. No doubt this is 2-down territory for Davis and the Buccaneer offense.
Warren Davis, quarterback for the Buccaneers, wants to throw it, but there's a whistle.
False start.
And that will probably cost the Buccaneers 5.
So now you play 3rd and 11.
Third down 11 for Landry. Davis to throw it. Davis fires the football and it's incomplete. Good coverage by the Indians.
Trying to get it to Frank Alexander, and well played by the Istrouma secondary. 4th down now and 11.
Landry looks like they're going to go for it. We played a lot of football right here in the middle of the field tonight. Landry shoved it in one time, and that's why they're leading it 6-0. Let's see what happens here on 4th down. Big play as Davis throws the ball, and he completes it.
I think he got it, Dennis. His forward progress got beyond the sticks, and they're going to give Jaquez Hayes the first down. Another look at it here.
Yeah, he was right at it, but that last move, well, the Indians shut it down pretty good, but he was right at the stick, and the officials waved the chain. They said bring it on down the field. First down for Landry, the Buccaneers on the move.
Timeout, Istrouma.
Timeout on the Rev. High school game of the week.
Tonight's game being brought to you by Tony's Seafood. Boy, what a staple they are on Saturdays for all your tailgating needs. Tony's Seafood across from the old Redemptress High School on Plank Road in Baton Rouge. Roadrunner Towing. You don't think about needing a tow, but when you do, go with the best, Roadrunner Towing. And Custom Touch Homes, we'd like to thank Mr. Kevin Ashe and Mr. Scott Larson. Custom Touch Homes, your Restore Louisiana Modular Home Superstore.
And you talked about Roadrunner, Rob. Judy Smart. Boy, what she gives back to the community here in Baton Rouge. She supports a lot of programs. And Paul Lowe over at Roadrunner. Thank you, Paul, for all that you do at Roadrunner Towing in Baton Rouge.
So 4:47 to go in the first half, and Landry is threatening again.
They're threatening. Davis did a good job getting that ball down the field on the pass, and now let's see what he does as he's waiting for the snap. And he gets a high snap, and that's been a problem all night, but now he wants to throw it. Fires it down the field, and there's a jump ball, and it's incomplete.
A golden opportunity for the Istrouma Indians to come up with a turnover, and they knocked it out of each other's hands. Good coverage. Isaac Jackson and Vincent Davis, but ball falls harmlessly to the turf. 2nd down and 10, and Landry continues to have issues with that snap.
Davis has another bad snap, and Eubanks, that's Davis who got back on it. So a big loss, but they keep the football.
Sam Polk was there for Istrouma.
But you just mentioned the bad snaps, and they've really hurt both teams tonight a little bit.
More so Landry than Istrouma, but that one really cost them.
Third down, and very long to go for Landry. Throw it way down the field into coverage.
And guess what?
There's a flag. A flag on the play, and that could bail Landry out because they had a long way to go. They had to go all the way to.
They had a third and about 30. And if this flag, it's, guess what they called interference on the defense.
That'll give them a first down, and as you mentioned, it was third down and all the way to Perkins Road to go for Istrouma, or for Landry, and that'll give the Buccaneers a first down in Istrouma territory. So Istrouma really hurting themselves with penalties tonight.
Yeah, penalty. That's the third 15-yarder of the night on this defense.
So actually, Rob, it's third down, so you don't get the automatic first down. Third down and 12. Davis keeps the ball, and he has running room. And look at Davis go as he charges down the sideline with the football. And that will be enough for a Landry first down.
That's going to be first and goal inside the 5 is Davis. Fleet of foot.
So that defensive pass interference, not an automatic first down, as they penalized them, and they still had 12 to go. Now it's a first down.
They're going to say it's at the 6.
Flip it out to the left side.
Touchdown.
And a touchdown for the Buccaneers.
Jacquez Hayes.
Good job by Hayes. And a good job by Davis as he hits Hayes. And the Buccaneers have opened up a 12-0 lead. $12-0. LB Landry. And Landry will attempt to go for 2. Try to get it to 14 after missing their first conversion. Hand it off on the right side, but that won't work. So the 2-point conversion fails, but Landry gets a touchdown, and they've upped the lead to 12-0 on the REV High School Game of the Week. We're back to Istrouma High School in Baton Rouge on the REV High School Game of the Week. And the game seems like it's very close, but the score is 12-0. As Landry has put the ball in the end zone twice, benefiting with penalties.
Well, since that first drive of the game for Istrouma, where they just were making chunks down the field, the offense has kind of gone quiet, and I've got to credit the Buccaneer defense. They've had a lot of players, a lot of blue jerseys around the football.
Well, let's see if the Indians can get something going here as they get the kickoff.
Isaac Jackson.
And Jackson returns it. I'll give Istrouma good field position.
Well, guess who's arrived? the LB Landry Band. A little late, but I'm going to tell you one thing. They've got some volume.
They really do, but if you've ever tried to get out of New Orleans at about 4:30.
On a Friday afternoon
Right.
and get to Baton Rouge, you're right.
But they're here, and we welcome the band from Landry High School. LB Landry, the Buccaneers. So Istrouma with the ball, and the Indians need to get something going here as the clock is ticked down to approaching 3 minutes to go in the first half. The handoff and a good tackle as Landry charges in there and knocks the ball carrier down. They got it that time to Daig.
Just nowhere for Daig to go. And again, the Landry defense throws Istrouma for a loss, 2-yard loss. And for Istrouma, 2:42 to go. If they could get anything point-wise on this drive, don't forget they get the ball first coming out in the second half. The old 2-for-1.
Second down, 12 to go. Parker's waiting for the snap. He has Daig with him, but instead he wants to throw it, but a big charge by the Buccaneers, and they get him in the backfield.
DeMarcus Villa on the stop, and going to be third down now and about 15 as Landry will call a timeout to save time and maybe get the football back.
Let's take a timeout with the Buccaneers. You're watching the REV High School Game of the Week, presented by Custom Touch Homes of Louisiana.
Did you or a loved one have a game or event on VSN that you would like to keep forever?
Three-pointer, it's good!
Well, now you can. VSN is now offering past games and events available to purchase on specially packaged thumb drives. For $29.99 and $7 for shipping, we'll send that special keepsake on a thumb drive with the game matchup graphic and info labeled right on the box. Go to Varsity Sports now, click on the Purchased Games tab, and fill out the information for the cherished memories of a lifetime.
We're back at Istrouma High School on Winburn Avenue in Baton Rouge, on the campus of the Indians. They'll play it here third down, but it's third down and about 18 yards to go.
And that quick, Istrouma takes a timeout, and that might be their last one of the half, and they took it with the clock stopped.
And that's after a timeout. But at any rate, the Indians do take a timeout on the REV High School Game of the Week. We are at Istrouma, and we want to thank some fine people are helping us bring the broadcast.
Well, of course, Tony Seafood, Roadrunner Towing, and Custom Touch Homes. Roadrunner Towing and Custom Touch Homes with us on a weekly basis, and Tony Seafood today, and we just couldn't do it without them, and we thank them, and we'll thank them a few more times during the game tonight with the REV Game of the Week. So appreciative of all of our sponsors.
Third down for the Indians. Parker wants to throw it. He's being chased again, and Parker is gaining some yardage, and he's fighting, but they get him. The Buccaneers finally do a good job by Parker, though, of picking up about 7 yards after the initial contact.
Going to give him up closer to 10, so fourth down and about 7.5, and boy, this could be a game changer right here.
So will the Indians go for it? It looks like they will, as the clock is ticked down to 1:53 seconds to go. Boy, this is a big play right here. If Landry gets the ball, they'll have a chance to score again before half. Parker has the ball. They're going for it. Parker throws the football, and it's incomplete. Had a couple of receivers in the vicinity, but Landry gets the football. That's a big chance by the Indians. Good field position for the Buccaneers.
And the quarterback, Parker, came up holding his right arm, which is his throwing arm. We'll have to check that. So 1st and 10, Landry, great field position, 1:34 to go in the half. Remember, that 4th down play is, if Landry is able to do something here, that would make it a 3-score game.
Well, that's a lot of time left also as they play it from the 43-yard line of the Istrouma Indians. Throw the football incomplete. Low on the pass that time. Davis threw it too low. That'll set up a 2nd and 10. So Davis is looking over to the sideline. To Nick Foster, the coach of the Buccaneers. Davis wants to throw it. He fires it way down the field, and it's out of bounds and incomplete.
Looked like Alexander may have lost it in the lights.
Yeah, he really did. The ball was out of bounds, but it was close on the line there. Got turned around a little bit. So that'll set up a 3rd down situation. 3rd down and 10 for Landry. So Davis wants to throw it, and it's incomplete. Trying to get it that time to Scott.
4th and 10, and there's no time. I mean, they've only used up about 17 seconds in 3 plays, and if Istrouma can come up with a stop here, Dennis, they would get it back with about a $1:15 to go in the half.
You flip it. Would you punt it here, or to your point, if they don't make it, good field position for Istrouma, but the Buccaneers want more. They lead it 12-0. There's a pass way down the field, and he had a receiver open, but the ball was picked off.
It was picked off.
By
Oh, that's one you drop. That's about as good as a punt for L.B. Landry. But the turnover will give it to Istrouma, but they're going to lose about 30 yards in field position. Hard to tell a guy to drop it.
Yeah.
Though.
Well, that's, it goes on his stat. It's an interception.
It's an interception,
but
you're right.
That's when we would stand there as defensive backs and say, knock it down. Just knock it down. If it's long, and the Indians intercepted it. They do get the ball, though. That's the good news for them. So let's see if Istrouma tries to open it up a little bit, or if they're just ready to go to halftime. So it looks like the Indians still have Parker in there. You made mention of the injury. First down, they'll pick up 5, but the clock will keep ticking. And it'll go down under 50 seconds before the Indians can snap the football. Parker's waiting for the snap. The clock's ticking. And Parker is throwing a completed pass. Threw it out to the right side that time.
Yeah, Trevion Davis.
Got it to Davis, and Davis.
And we've got a late flag.
Davis picked up yardage that time. It would have made it 3rd and 2, but as you mentioned, there is a flag on the field, so we'll check the flag.
That flag was really, really late.
Well, the official's writing something down in a book also. When you start writing somebody's name down, that's
this may be an unsportsmanlike call. And Istrouma is walking backwards.
So we'll get the call from the official, and here it comes. Unsportsmanlike.
So another 15-yard penalty on Istrouma. The fourth one of the night. That's 60 yards, Dennis.
29 seconds to play in the first half with Rob Mushmack, Dennis McCain on a Louisiana Friday night, and it's a little cool outside tonight. A little bit. At least maybe it's coming through my window.
I think it's the air conditioner about 8 feet behind you.
You may be right. All right, the Indians now will play it. And Parker is waiting for the snap. He'll throw it complete. Gets it to Davis. And Davis is fighting with the football, trying to get a first down. But the clock is running out, and that's going to end the first half. As the Indians and the Buccaneers are playing at Istrouma High School, and the Buccaneers of Landry High School leading it by a score of 12-0 as we break it on the REV High School Game of the Week.
"90 years. It's not just a number. It's decades of dedication to great service. The local team at REV has been serving Louisiana families and businesses for generations. Our people have the experience to deliver a superior network, which gives you the speed and reliability to live your best life and get more done at work. We're here for your home and your business. You can count on REV. 90 years of building connections."
Crescent Payroll Solutions is a local payroll company with great customer service. Unlike those national companies, our clients enjoy the relationship we build with them. And we are more than just payroll. We also help with company HR needs for small to mid-sized companies. Crescent Payroll Solutions is the fastest growing independent payroll company in the state with a 98% client retention rate. Call or email us today to learn more about how we can help you with all of your payroll and HR needs.
Welcome to Bollinger Shipyards. For nearly a century, our family of skilled shipbuilders has driven innovation and excellence, creating some of the world's most advanced vessels. Today, we are at the forefront of our industry and redefining the future of naval warfare. At Bollinger, we turn challenges into opportunities and careers into legacies. Here, you're part of something bigger. Any yard can build a ship. We don't just build ships. Together, we're building the future.
Welcome back, everybody, to Istrouma High School.
As you see, the Istrouma Indian Band, short on numbers, but proud and loud, as they would say. We'll show you a little bit of the band and their dance team, and we've been able to feature some of our bands this year at halftime, Dennis, and they love the airtime also.
It's a good time to feature the band right now. Let's go down and enjoy the band on a Friday night.
You're watching the REV High School Game of the Week from Istrouma High School tonight, and the Istrouma Band and Dance Squad. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, we're going to have the principal, the doctor, from Istrouma High School when we come back after this.
Welcome to REV, delivering fiber-powered technology for both your home and your business. With phone service that connects you to what's important, internet that keeps your devices up and running, TV that delivers all the big moments, and security that protects how you live and work. All backed by local support teams right here in Louisiana. With 5-star service and reliability you can count on, we're ready to connect you to the people and places that matter most. REV.
B1 Bank has all the tools I need to make my commercial banking experience uncomplicated. From online banking to the B1 Bank mobile app, I can manage my accounts anytime, anywhere. Whether I need to quickly verify a payment or transfer funds, I know I can keep track of my finances easily and securely. At B1 Bank, you can expect access to innovative technology in addition to personalized service. Learn more at b1bank.com. B1 Bank. Be uncomplicated.
Welcome back inside the press box here at Istrouma High School, and we're joined by the fine principal, Dr. Cleo Jonigan Jr. from Istrouma High School, and great atmosphere tonight here at Istrouma, and of course Miss Ingram met us at the gate and took care of us and got us all set up and ready to roll here, and great accommodations here at Istrouma High School.
Well, we appreciate it. It's a great night for football here. We're excited to be here on the reservation tonight. It's a great game, great atmosphere. Our Indians are down right now, but I'm confident they'll make a move to come back in the second half.
Well, of course, the school year really, football kind of gets the start of the school year, but you're about a month and a half or two into school year now. How things going on the campus, and maybe some things people in New Orleans and the North Shore and the rest of Baton Rouge may not know about what's going on in Istrouma.
Oh, yeah, the school year has gone absolutely wonderful. For the first month and a half we've been in school, the kids have been doing exceptionally well. Our theme for this year is leading the charge in academics, culture, and competition. Of course, we're here competing tonight. We have that competition in the front of our mindset when we step onto the athletic field. We want to possibly put on the best product on the field that we have, and then merge that in the classroom. So our students are rising to the expectations in the classroom. They're definitely invested in our community. Over the summer, our football team had a chance to get out to the community and do some community service work, and that was definitely a good thing for them. So we're excited.
Well, of course, y'all welcome up Landry High School out of the West Bank or the New Orleans area tonight. Kind of interesting because you don't see a lot of that Baton Rouge against New Orleans public schools in regular season. Now in the playoffs, it's different, but kind of a neat arrangement.
Yeah, our head coach, Coach Glover, spent some time in New Orleans. He was formerly head coach at East Jeff. I'm sorry. So he spent some time in the New Orleans area. I think he's been to a couple of schools in that area. So having relationships with the coaches in the New Orleans area brings that, an additional level of excitement to our regular season.
Yeah. Well, and of course, Coach Glover taking over for Sid Edwards, and of course, Sid took y'all to the quarterfinals a few years back, and of course, all the state championships that were won in the 60s, and so I think 7 out of 8 at one time they had won state championships, and I know you're aspiring to get your program back at that level.
Exactly. Coach Edwards is a regular staple here, even though he's the mayor. He's here tonight, and he pops in on us every Friday night just to root on our Indians. So we appreciate the foundation that he set here at Istrouma for football, and we're just looking to continue.
Well, we've got not that coaching is a part of your background, although I think it probably is. Yeah. You're 6 minutes to go in halftime. Yeah, but what is Coach Glover telling them?
I think right now what I would be telling them is, settle down. Let's continue to make plays. Let's move the ball, and let's get our defense back in order. Our defense, we've kind of hung our hat on our defense over the last 3 or 4 games this year. We got to get back to what we need.
Well, of course, they pitched a shutout last week in the big win over Tara High School, and the offense put up 50 points. I mean, that's a good night, but hopefully they can get some of that going in the second half. We want to thank you We want to thank all the Istrouma community, and we certainly want to thank Miss Ingram for all of her help with getting this broadcast made possible.
Definitely. We appreciate being here, and we thank y'all for coming out.
Hey, anytime. It's good. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jonathan, good seeing you. The principal here, the doctor, Dr. Cleo Jonathan here at Istrouma High School. We'll be back as the LB Landry band is entertaining us from across the way, and we'll return on the REV Game of the Week right after this.
"90 years. It's not just a number. It's decades of dedication to great service. The local team at REV has been serving Louisiana families and businesses for generations. Our people have the experience to deliver a superior network, which gives you the speed and reliability to live your best life and get more done at work. We're here for your home and your business. You can count on REV. 90 years of building connections."
Welcome back to the reservation here at Istrouma High School. About 4 minutes to go in the first halftime. Check that. 12-0 Landry leads the homestanding Istrouma Indians as the LB Landry band still entertaining us from across the way. The Istrouma Indian band started off our halftime. Dennis McCain rejoins me in the booth. And
glad to be back. And Rob, what hospitality here at Istrouma High School. And we can't thank them enough. This has just been wonderful, the way that they've welcomed us. And pretty good hot dog before the game.
Yeah, absolutely. The chili. Hey, you cannot have a good dog without good chili. And you know what I liked about it most? No beans in the chili.
Yeah, well, a lot of people disagree with that.
And you're probably one of them. But anyway, we're going to take one more short break as you look across the way at the LB Landry Buccaneer Band. And when we return, Mr. McCain will have second half action. And we'll be back right after this. Welcome back as my partner Dennis McCain has rejoined me in the press box. At halftime, you see the Istrouma Indians limbering up for the second half as they're in the, what you would call the north end zone, and the south end zone would be the Landry Buccaneers. And of course, Dennis, next week we go on the road to Slidell as we'll have the North Shore, big rivalry, North Shore against Salmon. Those two schools are just right across the interstate from each other in Slidell.
Well, I have some great memories of Salmon. We did a game there years ago where they played a big school from Mississippi. I mean,
had the number one defensive lineman in the country, and LSU was trying to recruit him.
Well, we look forward to our trip next week to Slidell. And we want to thank all of you for joining us tonight. And you see that the Landry Band, as Rob mentioned, has joined us.
They're enjoying themselves. Got here late, but they're enjoying themselves. A thank you to our sponsors one more time. Tony's Seafood on Plank Road across from the old Istrouma High School, down by the old Krispy Kreme, which they've redone, and might have to pull in the Krispy Kreme on the way home. But Tony's Seafood for all your tailgating needs. Tony's Seafood. Roadrunner Towing, Miss Judy Smart and Mr. Paul Lowe. You don't think about needing a tow, but when you do, go with the best. And Custom Touch Homes on Airline Highway in Gonzales, your Restore Louisiana Modular Home Superstore. Stop in 9 to 5 Monday through Friday and ask for Kevin Ashley there on Airline Highway. So, Dennis, we're going to take one more short break. When we come back, we'll have kickoff of the second half from Istrouma. The Indians trail it 12-0 to the Landry Buccaneers.
Did Did you or a loved one have a game or event on BSN that you would like to keep forever?
Three-pointer, it's good!
Well, now you can. VSN is now offering past games and events available to purchase on specially packaged thumb drives. For $29.99 and $7 for shipping, we'll send that special keepsake on a thumb drive with the game matchup graphic and info labeled right on the box. Go to Varsity Sports now. Click on the Purchased Games tab and fill out the information for the cherished memories of a lifetime.
Welcome back to Istrouma High School with Rob Mushmag, Dennis McCain. It's Friday night in Louisiana. Games going on all over the state. And, we always like to compliment our officials here in Louisiana because we think we have some of the best.
Well, and we do. I mean, it's not a non-appreciated job, but without it, the games would be chaos. So it's a good to have them. We have a great group all across the state of Louisiana, and they get graded just like everybody else, Dennis. Not so much with the wins and losses, but with the grades per game. And then at the end of the year, the best of the best officiate our state championship games in the Superdome.
Yeah, and they get here pretty early too. So
they were moving around when we got here today.
They really were moving around about 4:30 or so, and getting ready for the action.
And partner, as usual, for you and I, it's all but 1 week this week. We get to the zeros on the clock, and they add another 3 minutes back at halftime.
It happens.
So we'll be filling here for the next 2.5 minutes.
Well, we had the running clock last week, and that's the first time I've ever seen that.
Yeah, no,
they just run the clock.
Yeah. So,
well, it's fun being up in North Baton Rouge, and this is a proud. This is a proud school, Rob, and I made mention of their great accomplishments in the past. They also got to the state championship in the 70s one time. I think got knocked off by Covington.
Yeah, and the best they've done since then was, I think, Sid Edwards' last year or second to last year, they got to state quarterfinals, which was about 3 or 4 years ago. So not long ago, and played at a very high level.
And speaking of Sid Edwards, last year the coach and now the mayor-president of East Baton Rouge Parish.
Doing a fine job.
And a big supporter of Istrouma High School. And let me also tell you that their council member who represents this district right here, Tawana Harris, she's one of the best. So Tawana, big supporter of the Istrouma Indians in her district. And we'll have time, I think, for one more break, and then we'll kick it on the REV High School Game of the Week. Well, we're just about set to go now. The Indians and the LB Landry Buccaneers. The Indians will get the ball to start the second half. And you know they'd love to drive in and cut the lead in half. So Landry will kick off as they get their final instructions. And here comes the kickoff for the second half. Istrouma bobbles the ball a little bit, and then they pick it up and get a great return all the way out past midfield. So a good return for the Indians.
Really good field position to start this drive, trailing 12-0.
Good job by Davis, 12-0 Landry, but the Indians have the football and they have good field position as they play it from the 49 of LB Landry. So here we go. First down for the Indians, but movement in the backfield, and that will cost Istrouma 5 yards.
So 1st and 15 now for Istrouma.
1st and 15, and Isaac Jackson is now in the game.
Really would like to see them go back to Daig, Dennis, and Williams and maybe establish something on the ground.
Yeah, well, Jackson's in at quarterback, and Jackson is going to keep it on the Wildcat, and he fights for yardage. He got that 5 yards back, and he got 2 more. That'll make it 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, they really had something going in that first drive of the game with Williams, Knox, Davis, and Daig. And Jackson will stay in to take the snap. As Dennis, there may have been more to that arm injury than we thought for Parker in the first half.
Pitch it. Good job, though, by Landry as they come flying up to make the tackle.
Yeah, that's Deshaun Phillips.
They gave the ball that time to Daig, but he couldn't make it back to the line of scrimmage. And that will set up a 3rd down and 9 to go for the Indians. So Jackson still a quarterback. He has a wide receiver to the left, a couple of men out that way and 2 back this way. And Jackson will fake a handoff and keep it. And he's in the backfield. The ball's on the ground, and Landry jumps on the football, and the Buccaneers have it.
Phillips came up with the recovery. And they're going to set up shop at the Istrouma 49-yard line. Second fumble of the night for the Indians. So promising field position, but no scratch for the Indians.
Davis has gone all night at quarterback for Landry. He's waiting for the snap, and he'll give it to Eubanks, and he puts his head down, and he smashes on the right side and gets about 3 yards for the Buccaneers. So we'll call it 2nd down, and well, he might have got about 4, so we'll call it 2nd and 6 for the Buccaneers. The young men from the West Bank, New Orleans. Eubanks.
Nowhere for Eubanks on that carry.
So Eubanks does not make it back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose 1 on the play. And that'll set up a 3rd down. And about 7 to go for the Buccaneers.
Polk, the first Indian to wrestle him down, but Eubanks just had nothing on that carry.
3rd down, 7 to go. Buccaneers. Davis.
Motion on.
Davis throws it. Almost intercepted, but.
Motion.
A whistle.
One of the wideouts on this side for Landry moved prior to the snap.
So that will back it up even more for Landry now. And that'll set up a third down and about 12 to go for the Buccaneers. Third down, 12 to go. Maybe Davis will have to put it back in the air. He will. He's looking. And he's throwing it way down the field and incomplete. He had a receiver.
Yeah, that was Alexander, ran under it but couldn't corral it, and it'll be 4th and 12, and I'll look for them to punt this one.
So the Buccaneers will punt it back to the Indians. In punt formation right now, and the Indians will probably get the ball somewhere around the 20. Here's the punt. Bouncing inside the 35, actually the 31. That's where the Indians will get it on the REV High School Game of the Week.
Did you or a loved one have a game or event on VSN that you would like to keep forever?
Three-pointer, it's good!
Well, now you can. VSN is now offering past games and events available to purchase on specially packaged thumb drives. For $29.99 and $7 for shipping, we'll send that special keepsake on a thumb drive with the game matchup graphic and info labeled right on the box. Go to Varsity Sports now, click on the Purchased Games tab, and fill out the information for the cherished memories of a lifetime.
Thank you for joining us on the REV High School Game of the Week. Rob Mushmack, Dennis McCain. On a Friday night in Louisiana as Istrouma gets the football back. And a nice run on the sideline. And look at the young man put his head down and his shoulder down. That's Daig with it. But he wanted some more in the end.
Well, that's I think, the bread and butter right there. If they're going to get back in this game, I think it's going to be Daig and Williams, 8 and 26. As you see Daig here with probably the best game of the night for Istrouma.
Daig is in the backfield with Jackson, who gives it to him to the left side, and Daig is looking for running room. He doesn't have any, but he fights with the football and gets about 2.
And you know, Dennis, we were talking about their quarterfinal appearance a few years back. You know who the running back on that squad was, don't you?
Pretty good one.
Le'Veon Moss.
Who's over in College Station.
Texas A&M. We'll see him playing tomorrow night against the Mississippi State Bulldogs. So Le'Veon Moss, fine representative of Istrouma High School.
And then later on you'll see him in the NFL.
Projected first-round draft pick.
All right, here come the Indians now. Jackson to throw it. Jackson fires the ball down the field.
Intercepted.
Picked off by the Buccaneers.
Way up in the air, Jai Johnson went and got it. High-pointed it. Second turnover of the second half. Third of the night for Istrouma.
So the Buccaneers will get the ball back, up 12-0. And we'll see what they do is they have had Warren Davis at quarterback all night. And he's in there now, and he has Eubanks with him. He'll give it to Eubanks, who gets maybe a yard, and the Indians say there's a fumble.
They're going to say the old inadvertent whistle, Dennis.
But the forward progress may be stopped.
And an injured Indian, slow to get up, but up. I think that's probably a cramp. That's Justin Williams.
So they'll bring Williams to the sideline, and now Landry will play at second down. 9 to go for the Buccaneers. Here is a handoff to the left side and a nice gain of about 6 yards that time as they get it to Hogan. They've done that a couple of times, and Hogan's done a good job.
Well, Hogan's got the 0 jersey that looks like an 8.
Yeah, really.
I can see how you missed that one in the first half. But
I did because that 0 can push up to an 8. But here come the Buccaneers now. See if they can get a running game going.
Motion.
Give it.
Motion.
They tried to get it to
Left
Hogan
guard
again. But
left guard and tackle moved.
5 yards. That'll cost Landry 5. First and 15 to go for the Buccaneers. Davis waiting for the snap with his cadence, and he throws the ball incomplete. Tried to get it to Hayes on the left side, but he threw it too high and incomplete. That'll set up a second down, 15 for the Buccaneers. Second down and 15. Clock stopped with the incomplete pass. Davis will throw it again. And this time he'll get it complete.
And another piece of laundry on the field.
So we'll check the penalty. Istrouma, Rob, they're walking the other way. So the penalty is on Istrouma. And that will give Landry a first down as they play it now from their own 47-yard line as Davis has Hogan in the backfield. He's going to put Alexander way out to the right and play it first down. First down from his own 48. Give it in there to Hogan. Hogan punches the ball to midfield. And he keeps going to the 49 of Istrouma. Picked up almost 5 yards on first down.
5:19, 18-17 to go in the third quarter.
So the Buccaneers play at second down and 10 as Davis is waiting for the snap. He's got Hogan there with him, and Davis is going to keep it this time, and the Indians get him in the backfield, knock him down for a 2-yard loss.
Polk ran him down, came all the way across the field to get Davis from behind. Straight to the line of scrimmage. For Landry.
So it's third down. Third down now and 8 to go for Landry. Davis wants to throw it.
Going down.
Is going to be pulled down in the backfield.
Another play.
Got him by the jersey.
Yeah, Jordan Otis. Big defensive lineman. Drug him down, fourth and about 17 or 18. You'll see Otis right there coming to your screen and just shrugged off the block. Hogan couldn't slow him down, and he took Davis down as they'll punt it away. Bartholomew in to punt it for Landry.
So the Indians will get the ball back. But the clock is ticked down to 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Istruma's look good on offense, Rob, in the
penalties and turnovers.
Yeah, that's what's done them in. But let's see if they deal it back. No need to panic yet. A lot of time left in the football game. So let's see if the Indians can establish a running game.
Keep it with Dagg and Williams. And you got to believe Parker is injured. He started the game, played the first half, and right at the end of the half came out holding his right arm and went back in and just handed it off, didn't throw it again. And they've made the move now in the second half to Jackson.
Isaac Jackson, he's the Indian quarterback. Istrouma High School.
Motion on Istrouma.
So if you're watching from out of town, we are at Istrouma on Winburn Avenue in East Baton Rouge Parish in the city of Baton Rouge. The next week we'll be heading over to Slidell.
Salmon Spartans. North Shore Panthers and the Salmon Spartans. From Spartan Stadium, we have some interesting stories about Katrina in that field.
So here we go. First down, now 15 to go for Istrouma. They've hurt themselves with penalties all night. Let's see if they can overcome the 5-yard penalty as Jackson is waiting for the snap, and he'll hand it off straight ahead. Dagg's in there. He got a couple, but that's it. Yeah, Salmon High School. You know, Alan Risher was a quarterback at Salmon, played for LSU. You might remember that name.
I do. His jersey hangs there of the retired version.
So the Indians will play it on second down. Jackson in there still at quarterback, and he wants to give it to Dagg. And Dagg wants some action on the left side. A nice run by Dagg as he hustles and slashes on that left side for some nice yardage and a first down for the Istrouma Indians. They needed that first down.
2:37 to go as they reset the chains, and the clock will crank back up.
So the Indians had the ball in midfield. With 2:37 to go in the third quarter. The Indians with a much-needed drive going on right now. Let's see if they can keep from getting penalties and turning the ball over. Jackson wants to run it. Landry's all over that run, and they swarm on him and gang tackle in the backfield. And look at the Buccaneers fly to the football.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Buccaneers in on the stop. You'll see it right here at the end of the play. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. My goodness.
That's a definition of gang tackling. So the Indians now will play it after the loss. Second down and 13 for Istrouma. Jackson, a low snap. They did a good job picking it up.
Actually, they moved Williams into the backfield, Justin Williams. They had Daig and Williams both high and low in slots.
But a bad snap once again that you've been.
Something might have been on there because they had Daig and Williams both out of the backfield and moved Justin Williams into the backfield. So they're not in that alignment this time.
Third down, 10 to go for the Indians. If Jackson wants to throw it, Jackson throws the football. And it's incomplete. And that will set up well, there's a discussion over there, Rob. I'm not sure exactly.
The officials, well, there was a flag.
That's what the discussion is. We'll have to sort that out. So a flag on the play. The pass was incomplete. So we're still waiting to see what they saw.
I'm not sure what I saw. They're moving the ball forward. Now they're bringing it back. It's going to be third down.
And about 11.
Yeah. Not sure what they called. No clue.
At any rate, it is third down. Third down and just over 10 to go for Istrouma. Let's see what the Indians do here as Jackson's running it. Jackson breaks one tackle and he maneuvers his way inside the 45 to the 44. But that'll be about 4 yards short of a first down. And now
they got to go.
The Indians
too good a field position this entire second half for Istruma's offense to come up with nothing. So they're going to go for this.
Well, they have 4 yards to go to set the situation. 12-0, the Buccaneers lead it. Daig is in the backfield with Jackson, who has spelled the Istrouma quarterback in the second half. Jackson waits for the snap, and he throws the ball, and he completes it for an Istrouma first down, and a big gain for the Indians as they get it to Davis, Vincent Davis. Yeah, that was a big pickup by the Indians.
Got him some yak on that play, and that's going to do it for the third quarter. So a promising drive as we head to the final quarter for Istrouma, partner.
Well, we played 3 quarters with Rob Mushmack, Dennis McCain. It's the REV High School game of the week on a Louisiana Friday night.
You're passionate about the game. Thibodaux Regional Sports Medicine Center is passionate about your safety through education, conditioning, and injury prevention strategies. Our team of sports medicine trained experts is dedicated to help keep you safe. But if an injury does occur, we have the expertise to help you get safely back to the game. So whether you play competitively or just enjoy a friendly game, Thibodaux Regional Sports Medicine Center is here to help keep you safe.
Well, the Indians are attacking, and the Buccaneers are defending as they're banned across the way. They're calling on Landry to shut this drive down. Let's see if the Indians can cut the lead in half. Jackson is gone all the way in the second half for the Indians. At quarterback, he'll take the snap.
Motion again on Istrouma. Going to cost him another 5, and
so that'll set up a 1st and 15. Changes up the playbook a little bit for the Indians. First down 15 for Istrouma. Jackson hands it off. And a gain of just a couple of yards as they give it to Daig.
And I'm not sure, Dennis, if Williams is hurt, but Williams has not toted the rock, I believe, in the second half. They're going to bring Knox back in. Eric Knox. Daig will come out, so Williams is not in the rotation.
So Knox is in the backfield now, and he's back there with Jackson. Wide receivers to the left and right for the Indians. Jackson has a low snap that's hurt the Indians a little bit tonight. Here's the throw, and it's going to be complete.
And you can tack on 15 for roughing the passer.
That'll be a big penalty because that will give Istrouma the first down. It'll be deep in Buccaneer territory.
So they'll march that one off, and that's going to put Istrouma somewhere around the 15-yard line.
That'll put him exactly on the 15.
So the deepest penetration of the night by the Indian offense via a 15-yard penalty on Landry.
So let's see if Istrouma keeps it on the ground as they have on the last few possessions on first down. Jackson waiting for the snap. He has Knox in the backfield, who wears number 21, fakes it to him. Jackson keeps the ball. A nice run on the right side as Jackson charges inside the 10 for Istrouma.
The helmet came off of Jackson, and there's Williams coming back into the game for the first time, I think, in a while, as Parker will come. There's your starter at quarterback back in, as Jackson has to come out for the mandatory one snap due to the helmet coming off. But Elijah Parker in to take the snap. Timeout going to be called.
Timeout Istrouma. So we'll take a break with the Indians on the REV High School Game of the Week. Glad that you have joined us as we thank some very important people.
Tony's Seafood in Baton Rouge on Plank Road, across from the old Istrouma High School. For all your tailgating needs, it's Tony's Seafood. Roadrunner Towing, Miss Judy Smart, Mr. Paul Lowe. You don't ever think about needing a tow, but when you do it with the best. And Custom Touch Homes on Airline Highway in Gonzales, across from Werso Funeral Home, your Restore Louisiana modular home superstore.
Good drive by the Indians. Now they've dropped the flag, or dropped the sticks, and so it's 1st and goal for the Indians. The scoreboard says 2nd and 1, but The Indians play it.
1st and goal at the 9.
At the 9-yard line. First down to go for, goal to go for Istrouma. Handed off up the middle.
Going to be Daig.
Daig got about 4.
Parker back out. Jackson back in, and Travion Davis back into the lineup for Istrouma.
Istrouma rotating some running backs in.
Knox will come out of the game.
But they still have Daig in there. Let's see if they'll give it back to him right here. Jackson bumps into Daig, keeps the ball, and is
in
down near the goal line for a touchdown. Istrouma High School. Good job by the quarterback from Istrouma Jackson as he bumped into Daig.
Well, yeah, it's a miscommunication in the backfield, but able to get around it and get into the end zone for the first time tonight for the Indians. You'll see it right here, just inside the pylon.
So the Indian band cranks up the war chant.
The tomahawk chop.
So the Indians
going to go for 2, yeah.
Yeah, they've cut the lead in half at 12-6, but they want 2 more. Let's see what they decide to do. Jackson wants to keep it, and he is going to get it in for the 2-point conversion. Istrouma scores, and they get another 2. And our new score is 12 for Landry and 8 for the Istrouma Indians on the REV High School Game of the Week. Welcome back, everybody. We hope that you are enjoying the REV High School Game of the Week. As we've done games, Rob, in a number of parishes already this year. Went down to St. John the Baptist, and we've been around to a few places, and now then next week we're going over to St. Tammany.
Well, we were in Iberville.
Right.
We were up in we had a team from Iberville, and we had when we had Plaquemine on. We'll be back down there. Actually, you're going to be on assignment. You'll miss that game. Rumor has it you've got a very important
Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah, I'm going to Atlanta that week, but I know you'll take care of it. And that's a great game, St. John and Ascension Catholic.
Yeah,
and
boy, rivalry game.
But boy, how the businesses and the community really support their team.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, so now a big run back is coming for the Buccaneers.
They're going to run him down.
All the way down the field they go as Scott had the ball. Big run back.
Rakeem Scott
for the
inside
Buccaneers.
The 20 at the 18. They're in the red zone.
Well, that's the way you answer a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So here we go, the Buccaneers. As we go back to Davis with the football, and he'll hand it off to Hogan for a nice gain as he is shooting down the field for big yardage for the Buccaneers.
Nice first down carry for Hogan, and going to be first and goal quickly for the Bucs.
The young men from the West Bank of the Mississippi in New Orleans. I think an area maybe Whitney or Algiers over right across the bridge. Here is the handoff, smashing in the middle.
Hogan not going to get anything on that one.
Good job by the Indians. Eight minutes and 37 seconds to go in the contest as now they have it second down and 6 to go. Second and goal to go at the 6-yard line for the Buccaneers. Davis wants to throw it. He throws it. And it's complete and down near the goal line.
So a third down now from about the 2.
Third down and 2 as they mark it there. The receiver leaned ahead, I thought, to the 1, but they put it at the 2. So it's third down and 2 to go for the Buccaneers. Istrouma scored, but the Buccaneers with a big kickoff return. And now a run to the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
That looked like the fullback, Dennis DeMarcus Villa, 45. On the carry it was.
Well, he slammed it in there and he got into the end zone. And now they have a 2-score lead again. As they have upped the lead to 18-8. So the Buccaneers will go for 2. Hand it off again to the big man.
Yeah, Villa again. That same play they scored on, but this time Istrouma comes up with the stop.
But they get the touchdown. You don't see 18-8 a lot in a football game. I'd like to have that on the football board.
If you had a board with 2 8s,
you think you're in trouble.
You think you're in deep.
There's a timeout on the field. You're watching the REV High School Game of the Week on a Friday night in Louisiana.
Did you or a loved one have a game or event on BSN that you would like to keep forever?
3-pointer, it's good!
Well, now you can. VSN is now offering past games and events available to purchase on specially packaged thumb drives. For $29.99 and $7 for shipping, we'll send that special keepsake on a thumb drive with the game matchup graphic and info labeled right on the box. Go to Varsity Sports Now, click on the Purchased Games tab, and fill out the information for the cherished memories of a lifetime.
Well, the crowd's having a good time at Istrouma. We're having a good time because of Istrouma High School and their great hospitality. Miss Ingram, their athletic director, she met us in the parking lot.
Got me at the gate.
Started right there.
Yep. Well, you know, on Fridays, Dennis, we do a lot with the game, and today was really a fellowship. We had Rick Lee of Rick Lee Productions come have lunch with us today, along with one of our sponsors, Kevin Ashey with Custom Touch, as you see the play developing to this side of the field. And just some good fellowship, good day. And
talked about the game tonight.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Of course, Rick Lee, one of our original sponsors back, almost 30 years ago with Specialty Plastics, Fiberbond Specialty Plastics. And
you didn't say 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it was good to see Rick today. So Istrouma has the ball back, but what an answer by Landry is they got the big kickoff return, and then they punched it in the end zone, and they lead it 18-8. And Istrouma.
Still a lot of time for Istrouma, as Knox will carry it and get a few.
Well, they have Parker back in the game at quarterback, so maybe he's feeling better. The Indians trailing by 2 and the clock ticking down to 7 minutes, 12 seconds to go. Second down and 10 to go for the Indians. Parker is back in there at quarterback. He throws the ball. Incomplete. And that'll set up a third down situation, and a big third down for Istrouma here, because you don't want to give it back to Landry.
If Landry gets it back, you're not going to see another pass. They're going to start running some clock.
Let's see if the Indians can pick up a first down. 2 running backs in the backfield.
They've got Jackson back in. He's going to have that option to throw it or run it.
Jackson fumbles the snap. He picks it up, and now he runs out to his left, and then he cuts it back to the right. There goes Jackson, and Jackson slides down, but he's well short of a first down. That's going to set up a fourth down and decision time for the Indians. Fourth down at about 6 to go for Istrouma. So you think they have to go for it here?
Yeah.
Coming up on 6 minutes to go in the football game as Istrouma needs a first down right here. Landry wants to stop. Jackson can run or he can throw. He's now running. Now he's throwing, and he's throwing it way down the field. And it's incomplete. And the ball will go over to the Buccaneers.
Woods back in coverage. And you're going to see a lot of Mr. Hogan and Mr. Eubanks from here on out toting the rock.
Big stop by the Buccaneers with 5:45 to go in the ball game, and Landry looking for 2 or 3 first downs. So Davis has a running back behind him, and he has a tight formation except for a wide receiver out to the right, and he'll give it in there to Eubanks.
Flag on the play. Holding going to be the call on Landry. That'll cost him 10.
Well, you want to run it, but you don't want to hold. They did, and the 10-yard penalty is marked off against the Landry Buccaneers. But they're leading in the football game 18-8, and they have the football. Handoff is in the middle. Eubanks, you predicted a lot of running. As Istrouma, though, I think is going to call a timeout right here.
They got an injury. Day going to come in for Knox.
So no timeout. Stop the clock momentarily, and now they'll get ready to wind it back. And they do at this point. We want to thank our two coaches tonight. Brian Glover of Istrouma. And Nick Foster from Landry. Both of them very fine high school football coaches. Here's the snap, a high snap, but they get it down and then give it in there to Eubanks again, and Eubanks is ahead for several yards as he rips it on that right side. But they now will play it 3rd down and still 12 to go.
And not till after this timeout that was just taken by Istrouma.
Timeout on the field, timeout on the Rev High School Game of the Week. So we're back for the final 4 minutes and 45 seconds. LB Landry leading in the football game 18-8 over the Istrouma Indians. Landry has the football, but they have a 3rd down situation, 3rd down and 12. Jackson, or Davis, I should say, at quarterback. He's had Eubanks back there with him. He doesn't want Eubanks this time. He wants to throw it, and he's rolling to the left, and he just flips it out of bounds. He was out of the tackle box that time. He got it back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll set up a 4th down situation. And so what do you do here if you're Landry?
Bartholomew in to punt it away for Landry. Vincent Davis deep for Istrouma. Boy, could they use a Vincent Davis return here.
Well, Bartholomew is going to try to pin the Indians deep.
And that's going to be a 1-yard punt.
Well, they kicked the ball and
it went straight up in the air. The old Texas Leaguer.
Well, so Istrouma will get good field position as they will play it at their own 40-yard line, and that's a good starting point for the Indians. But they need to move the ball, and they need to do it quickly because they need 2 scores. So let's see if the Indians decide to put it in the air this time.
Almost forced to throw it now. We hadn't heard the name Williams in quite a while.
Jackson,
Marcus Williams.
Jackson is the quarterback. He wants to throw it. Now he wants to run it. And there he goes with it. Good gain on 1st down. 1st down for the Indians, and Jackson still going. And he's out of bounds, but a big gain for Istrouma.
Shifty footwork that time by Jackson, and a nice gain of about 20, maybe a little more than 20.
Well, he was hustling with the football, and he has it all the way down to the 40 of Landry. Went out of bounds, and that stopped the clock. First and 10 for Istrouma at the 40-yard line of LB Landry. A low snap. Jackson picks it up. He's going to run it again. The last time he was very successful. A good little maneuver there as he stops and then takes off again and picks up a few yards on 1st down.
Jackson's up. Nobody hurt on that play. As a lot of bodies flew into that Istrouma sideline, and Jackson will bring them back.
Second down, we'll give him 3 on the play. 3.5, second down, 7 to go for the Indians in their pink jerseys tonight. Pink month of October, and here is Jackson. Jackson wants to throw it. He's rolling to the right, and the Bucks are chasing him. Jackson throws it in the dirt, incomplete.
Third down and 7. Definitely 2-down territory for Istrouma. Just not a lot of good fortune in the passing game in the second half for Istrouma. Guess the best thing that happened there was it was an incomplete pass and stopped the clock.
So that sets the situation again. It's third down now and 7 to go. Jackson.
Maybe look for Vincent Davis to run that little in route. It's been one of the positives.
There goes Jackson. He opens up in the middle, and Jackson is down there.
Fumble.
Near the first down marker, but the ball's on the ground. The official's coming in, and was he down, or do the Bucks have it?
Timeout, as there's a couple of injured Indians on the play. Can't get a number, but that I don't see 7. That may be Jackson, the quarterback.
Well, the ball did look like it came out in the end. But concern now for an Istrouma player that's on the ground. We'll step aside and come back in just a moment on the REV High School Game of the Week.
Did you or a loved one have a game or event on BSN that you would like to keep forever?
3-pointer, it's good!
Well, now you can. VSN is now offering past games and events available to purchase on specially packaged thumb drives. For $29.99 and $7 for shipping, we'll send that special keepsake on a thumb drive with the game matchup graphic and info labeled right on the box. Go to Varsity Sports now, click on the Purchased Games tab, and fill out the information for the cherished memories of a lifetime.
So it is Jackson that went down on the play, and he is hobbling off the field. So he's made a couple of nice runs for Istrouma on this drive, but I'm not sure he'll be coming back tonight with 3 minutes and 47 seconds to go. So the Indians will go back to Parker at quarterback. And he'll have Williams with him in the backfield. You've been calling for him for a while, Rob. Here is the pass.
Intercepted.
Intercepted by the Buccaneers.
And there's 15 more going to be tacked on as, boy, that was a really, really late hit.
Great job that time, though, as looked like Cham, the linebacker, the senior, stepped in and grabbed that football. Sean Clam, or Sham. And then a late flag is thrown. But the Buccaneers had the football. And the penalty is going to go against Istrouma. Their penalty yardage mounting up tonight.
Well, that's going to be 15 more. That well over 100 yards of penalties on Istrouma tonight. And you know what they say about 100 yards of penalties? It's good for a touchdown.
Right you are. It's a first down for the Buccaneers. They need a couple of first downs right now to almost wrap this game up. Let's see what they decide to do. Davis is handing the ball off, and good job by Istrouma.
Timeout, Istrouma.
As they throw the ball carrier for a loss of 2, the Indians take a timeout. Friday night in Louisiana, you're watching the Rev High School Game of the Week as we want to thank a number of people tonight.
Well, we'll thank them one last time, and we certainly appreciate all they do. And Tony's Seafood on Plank Road in Baton Rouge. Roadrunner Towing. You don't think about needing a tow, but when you do it with the best, Roadrunner Towing. And Custom Touch Homes, your Louisiana Restore Modular Home Superstore, 13548 Airline Highway. Thank you, Kevin Ashe, and all you do for high school sports.
All right, 3 minutes, 22 seconds to go. Landry with the football, and they're leading 18-8. Playing the ball, second down and 12 to go. But still wanting to keep it on the ground and run some clock. And they will to Eubanks, who is hit in the backfield again by the Indians. There's nowhere to go for Eubanks, but they want to keep the clock moving, and Istrouma steps in and calls another timeout.
That's their last one. So Landry will head to the sideline on the far side of the field. Istrouma will huddle up on the near side, and barring a turnover, Landry can pretty much run this thing out.
Yeah, well, they get a third down, a long third down. So if they cannot get 14 yards here, they would probably punt it to Istrouma. Although the last punt only went 1 yard. So, but still, you'd want to back Istrouma up if you come up short, and you might want to just keep it on the ground on this third down play.
The only reason I would say not to punt it is that if you don't get it here, they're out of timeouts. You can burn the whole 40 seconds of the play clock, run another play, and they still can't call timeout.
Well, this is third down, so we'll see what they do here. They need 14 yards for a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. You don't want to go out of bounds.
Now they need 20. But that clock's just going to tick now. They can take it all the way down to about the 2:10 mark before they have to snap it again.
Well, the running back did a good job not going out of bounds, because you don't want to do that and stop the clock, because the clock is ticking.
And they are going to punt it. Bartholomew jogs on late.
Well, that's what you want to do, punt it, try to back them up, but you'd like a better punt. Waiting for the snap.
That's not what you wanted.
And that's not what you wanted, because Istrouma will get good field position after it's all said and done. The ball goes over to Istrouma, and the Indians still have a little life.
There's a flag down at the 46-yard line. Illegal shift on Landry. They'll turn that down and take the football with 2:23 to go.
So the Indians get the ball, and they'll get it at their own 47-yard line.
Still life.
But they're down by 2
on the
scores.
reservation.
So the Indians will put wide receivers out to the left, and they have a man out to the right. 3 receivers to the left. And Parker in the game at quarterback. He throws the ball and completes it. And a big run down the right side and a pull from the back. So a nice play by the Indians. First down is Istrouma. Once again, Parker is in the game. He did a good job that time. He set up just a little screen pass on the right side. Good blocking by the Indians. And let's see if Istrouma can get it in the end zone. The clock is approaching 1:30 to go in the game. Out to the left side.
Stayed in bounds. The clock will continue to run. Did not get the first down.
So that'll set up a second down situation for the Indians. But the clock's running, and it's coming up on 1 minute to go. Fumble in the backfield and
Villa
a loss on the play.
And that clock's just going to keep on ticking. They can't stop it. 47, 46, 45.
So Parker has Williams in the backfield with him, but the clock's the big enemy of Istrouma High School right now. Parker throws it, one-on-one coverage, and the ball is, looks like incomplete. And then a flag goes high in the air. Back at the line of scrimmage, something after the play maybe. And there's an Istrouma Indian down on the field at the goal line.
That's the receiver back in the back of the end zone.
So they'll have to tend to him. Then we'll sort out the flags. And while all that was going on, the clock was running, and it's down to 23 seconds. And that's where it will be when we come back. And we will on the REV High School Game of the Week.
Did you or a loved one have a game or event on BSN that you would like to keep forever?
Three-pointer, it's good!
Well, now you can. VSN is now offering past games and events available to purchase on specially packaged thumb drives. For $29.99 and $7 for shipping, we'll send that special keepsake on a thumb drive with the game matchup graphic and info labeled right on the box. Go to Varsity Sports now. Click on the Purchased Games tab and fill out the information for the cherished memories of a lifetime.
From Istrouma High School, I mentioned there was a flag.
It looked like they picked it up, Dennis.
Yeah, I think they picked it up. So it'll stay third down and 4 to go for Istrouma. They need a first down, but they need a touchdown with just 23 seconds to go. So let's see if the Indians can do something and get it into the end zone pretty fast, because they would have to do that and get an onside kick to have a chance. So Parker has Williams with him in the backfield. Nobody in a lot of hurry, are they? Clock has stopped. Now they whistle the play to begin, and Istrouma will play it. 3rd down and 4 to go. Parker throws it down around the end zone again in the corner, and it's incomplete. And that will bring up a 4th down situation.
Just trying to run a fade out there and overthrew it. Last chance here for Istrouma. They'll need a 1st down or a touchdown, or the clock's gonna run out.
Fourth down for the Indians. They'll have to have a 1st down right here to extend the game, as the clock is sitting at 17 seconds. And a run to the outside is going to be short of the line of scrimmage. And, of course, that's short of the line to make. And so the ball will go over to the LB Landry Buccaneers, and the Bucs have the football game tonight.
They'll just have to snap it one time, probably out of the V formation, and they will head back to the West Bank. A joyous bus ride back to New Orleans.
So just one snap to go. We want to thank everybody again for tuning in for high school football, Louisiana style, and from Istrouma High School, and we want to thank them again for all of their hospitality. One snap left. And then we will be finished. On week number 5 of the season in high school football. There's that victory formation. And that's your football game, as the Indians and the Buccaneers battle tonight, and the Bucs get the best of it as they beat the Indians 18-8. So we're going to take a timeout, and then we'll come back and wrap things up from Istrouma High School in Baton Rouge.
"90 years. It's not just a number. It's decades of dedication to great service. The local team at REV has been serving Louisiana families and businesses for generations. Our people have the experience to deliver a superior network, which gives you the speed and reliability to live your best life and get more done at work. We're here for your home and your business. You can count on REV. 90 years of building connections."
Chris's Specialty Foods has you covered for tailgating this season. We do all the prep work so you can spend time enjoying your family and friends. Steaks, burgers, sausage, chicken, wild game, and many other great pork options. Our central location is now open on Wax Road behind the Walmart. And the new Highland location serves hot lunches and has a meeting space for your work team. New Orleans and Millerville are rocking as well. It's fast, affordable, and delicious. It's Chris's Specialty Foods.
Everybody loves Chris's.
Welcome to Bollinger Shipyards. For nearly a century, our family of skilled shipbuilders has driven innovation and excellence, creating some of the world's most advanced vessels. Today, we are at the forefront of our industry and redefining the future of naval warfare. At Bollinger, we turn challenges into opportunities and careers into legacies. Here, you're part of something bigger. Any yard can build a ship. We don't just build chips. Together, we're building the future.
Did you or a loved one have a game or event on BSN that you would like to keep forever?
Three-pointer, it's good!
Well, now you can. VSN is now offering past games and events available to purchase on specially packaged thumb drives. For $29.99 and $7 for shipping, we'll send that special keepsake on a thumb drive with the game matchup graphic and info labeled right on the box. Go to Varsity Sports now, click on the Purchased Games tab, and fill out the information for the cherished memories of a lifetime.
All right, we're back at Istrouma High School to wrap things up. Thank you for watching the game tonight with Rob Mushmack, Dennis McCain. Rob, the Indians, both teams played hard, but the Indians really did hurt themselves with penalties and turnovers.
The last 3 weeks that we've played, it's been penalties and turnovers for the team that didn't win the game. And that's kind of the way football goes. If you can minimize your penalties and not turn it over, with the field position Istrouma had tonight, they should have scored a lot of points. They had great field position for most of the game, but a penalty or a turnover would stop a drive. And Landry was able to kind of clean it up after they had a rough start with penalties and turnovers. But Landry did what they had to do. They capitalized on some turnovers, and the offense was able to get a little run game going, and they punched it in the end zone, and they're going to win it by 10 tonight.
So from Istrouma High School in East Baton Rouge Parish will go through Livingston and Tangipahoa right over to St. Tammany Parish. We'll be in Slidell next Friday night.
Yeah, Coach Shooter's program at Salmon. Of course, Salmon with a couple of state championships in the 90s and looking to rebuild. Of course, the school was demolished after Katrina. Stadium had 7 feet of water up the goalpost, but they've redone it. Beautiful facility. You'll love it. Great field house and press box, and should be a great evening at Salmon. We hadn't been there in probably 20 years to do a game, but we'll be back there. And Coach Shooter, we look forward to coming to see you. Hope y'all did well tonight, and of course they'll be having their big rivalry game next week with North Shore.
Well, we want to thank everybody from REV for their support, and just a great thing that we do, that we enjoy doing every Friday night, bringing high school football to the southern part of Louisiana. And once again, we'll be in Slidell next week. We want to thank everybody at REV. We want to thank Priya. We want to thank who has directed the game tonight. We want to thank our cameramen. They do a great job each and every week.
Well, they did a great job filming the game and did a great job on the boudin balls.
They really did. For Rob Mushmack and for everybody at REV, I'm Dennis McCain. With our final score once again, the Landry Buccaneers 18, Istrouma 8 from Istrouma High School in Baton Rouge. Good night, everybody.